Hey, this is video game composer Tommy Tellerico, and you are watching my second favorite reviews show, Bonus Stage. So you thought I was going to say X-Play, but I will not say that.
Hello and welcome back. This is episode 13 of the bonus stage. Hopefully it's not unlucky for us. I'm Jeff Ward.
I'm Tom Akins.
And this week we're going to be doing an all DLC episode. So we're going to be taking a look at 1943.
Battlefield 1943. Mario vs. Donkey Kong Minis March Again for the Nintendo DS. And
DSi, actually.
Yes, DSi. Yeah. And Fallout 3's new expansion. Point lookout for any console under the sun that can handle it.
Well, there's debate about that, but we'll get to that when we talk about it. But first, we're going to take a look at 1943, the true 1942 sequel for basically every Battlefield fan out there.
Yeah.
The first Battlefield I ever played was Battlefield 2. I played it here at your place. I fucking love that game. It's actually my favorite Battlefield to date. But for people who actually like the series, it's debatable that that's probably one of the worst Battlefield games ever made.
The AI is absolutely retarded, but that's a whole nother argument.
Yeah.
Battlefield 1943. Not too much different. The gameplay is pretty much the same. They cut out a couple classes. It actually utilizes the Frostbite engine, which is like the big selling point that they tried to just hang off this game.
Yeah, made by
can blow shit up.
Produced EA, made by DICE, same people who made Mirror's Edge
and Battlefield 1942
and Battlefield 1942. So you know, they're seasoned in the Battlefield. They invented the way it's played. So a lot of people, myself included, looking forward to this game. It's what, 1,200 points on the Microsoft, so it's like $14.99, and you really can't go wrong with that price point. That's pretty damn good. You know, for a game that they definitely could have charged $60 for if they left it 6 months more and, you know, put some more polish on it.
Charged $60 because it's only got.
This is EA games we're talking about here. This is EA.
4 maps and 3 classes.
Yeah.
But
I'm saying 6 more months and they could have put, you know, a couple more classes and some bullshit maps on it and they would have charged $60 for it. This is EA games we're talking about here. I mean, but $14.99, that's a really damn good price. You bought it right away.
Yes, I did.
I downloaded the trial and played 2 matches, and basically my 30 minutes are done.
You have a half hour.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
They reset the clock. You have another half hour.
Oh, sweet. So I'll get another 2 more matches out of it. I really like it, but I don't like it enough to buy it yet.
Well, it's a great game. It comes with only 3 maps when it was first released. Kind of a return of 2 favorites, Midway and Guadalcanal. Midway being my absolute favorite. They also had Iwo Jima, or Mount Suribachi. History there.
Yeah.
So you had those 3 maps starting off, and they actually cut down the classes from the original 5 that they had to 3, and they just took, 2 sets of 2 classes and mashed them together into 1. So now you don't have a medic. No more medic. Your health regenerates automatically. You don't have a health bar. You just have the generic red glowing at the end of your screen.
I actually really like that. I like the fact that your health does regenerate, and it doesn't take very long. So
unlimited
if you
sprint.
Yeah, unlimited sprint is awesome
can sprint
too.
From one end of the island to the other,
and just like
you
not
can't run
one
for like 10 feet and then die like most characters now in video games.
A little obviously realistic, but they weren't going super high tech realistic in this game. Obviously, with the art style being a little less cartoony than Battlefield Heroes, and quite a bit more cartoony than say 2142.
Yeah, it's bright and colorful, but then again, it's the Pacific Theater, so it's lots of deep blues, lots of bright sandy colors.
But it still looks really awesome. Things blowing up and explosions and shit are pretty awesome.
They've got a lot of new little bits in the game, like the flying now is. Actually, there's one huge bug. I don't know if they've fixed it yet. When you get into a plane, the landing gears automatically pull up, even if the plane is still at a standstill. So you just hop in your plane and the gears
just like floating there,
float out, and your rear tire on the back of the plane is just holding you up like that.
When I first booted up the game, I know a lot of people had this like right off of launch. Is the fact that
Find a game to save your life.
and the servers were just buggy as hell.
Yeah.
EA had a huge problem with the servers. It took them about 2 days or so to fix them. Which I mean, when you get right down to it, is really nothing. But the fact that you pay $15 for a game that you have to wait 2 more days to play, it does really suck.
Yeah.
But I mean, once everything got fixed up,
No problem finding the game anymore.
yeah, it was really fun to play. However, I never got to fly a plane because I encountered the same problem as I did in Battlefield 2 Online, is that everybody camps near, where
got, like,
plane
6
spawns,
people
and then they
looking at
shoot
each
you,
other.
and you basically have to... And if you're in a plane, your team will shoot you down to take the plane over. Because I don't want that fucker to have a plane. I'm going to shoot him down.
Yeah.
It's kind of sucks, but, that's the kind of thing you play with. But every once in a while, you'll get... the second match I played, I had a really good team, and I had a super fun time playing it.
They've actually kind of innovated a lot of things. Like, you no longer have a set amount of ammo, just to kind of make the game fast-paced, less focused on things. You have unlimited ammo, in a sense. You still have to reload after, your
clip is empty, yeah.
But you don't have to worry about having, 4 magazines left, and you gotta be, cautious. You can spray your ammo into whatever the hell you want,
Yeah.
and you'll always have a magazine to reload, just like your grenades. Any other, your special class item like your bazooka, your grenade launcher, your det packs and all that. You have 3, like for the grenades and the det packs, you have 3 or 2 grenades and all that. Once you actually use them all up, that you just get a small 10-second clock that waits, and then it gives you all 3 back. So you can use 1, you'll still have the 2. You can use them at your own pace, and then once you're done with all 3, it just gives you that 10 seconds. And it's actually pretty cool. Excuse me. And it just makes everything a little more streamlined. Again, you don't have to be finding those boxes that they had in the first Battlefield.
Yeah.
That refilled your ammo and shit, and you just get up and go now.
The original 1942 you're talking about? Yeah. I played that a few times. You would let me the discs plus that expansion for it that gave you a couple extra maps and stuff.
Yeah.
I liked it, but because I had started playing Battlefield 2 and I liked that game so much, then again, I'm against the grain when it comes to Battlefield. I like the games, but the fact that it's the same thing every time, it's the same system that you've seen in every Battlefield game. It's, you capture the point, you wait there, and then your team will lose more points and how many people they die, and then whoever gets to 0 first loses, obviously, right? It's fun for a while, but that's the only mode.
Well, that's what I like. Well, in this one, there's actually a new mode. Once the communities got to, I think, 41 million kills, they release a new map, and Xbox hit that in about a week.
That's fucking ridiculous.
I don't think PS3's hit it yet, but Xbox has. And it's a new map, Coral Sea. It's all flying.
Nice.
That's a great thing. There's no team damage, so no one can shoot you and take your plane and shit like that. There's no team damage, so there's just 2 aircraft carriers per team, and it just spawns a new plane every 5 to 10 seconds. And it just keeps chunking out planes, and you have entire games of just dogfighting.
So what are the dogfights like in this game? Tom Clancy's End War tried to do it really well, but it became probably one of the more frustrating...
Hawks.
Yeah, sorry, Hawks, but it became really frustrating and kind of stupid after a while, but
Dogfights are actually pretty good. Their default controls are a little goofy. They're different, or they're reversed, rather, to what a standard flight sim would have it.
Yeah.
So, jumping into a plane, I pull back, thinking to go up, but my plane just nosedives.
Okay.
So it's kind of sucky. I get off the aircraft carrier and I'm like, ah ha ha,
and just
straight into the ocean.
Nice, that sucks.
But once, you either get used to it or you switch the controls, it's actually really easy to handle. You have the option to switch between first and third person. First person gives you a little more incentive to fly like that.
Mm-hmm.
You have a little red crosshairs that circle enemy planes as they're passing through your screen. So you'll know which one out of the distance is one you should be, getting lined up to kill. So it makes it really simple in that department. The vehicles are just detailed out the ass.
Yeah, I actually really liked, starting off on the air, because I only have the one map to play on because I only have the trial.
Yeah,
You start off on the aircraft carrier where I usually spawned, and I jumped into one of these big boats and just start swashing across the ocean, and then get up on the beach and just jump out and start killing people. I really like driving the vehicles. The Jeep was really fun to drive. Then again, I liked blowing the Jeeps up more, just because the physics engine is just wicked in this game. This is one of the few games where I'm like, okay, my character's starting to take damage. I'm going to go hide out in this building, and all of a sudden a big hole busts in the wall, and I get fucked. I'm like, son of a bitch! I forgot that this is the Frostbite engine, the same one that they did
Bad Company
on. Yeah. So you really aren't safe anywhere.
Anyone, unfortunately, PC gamers will have to wait till September to get their copies of the game, unless they have an Xbox. But
palm trees falling down too are really cool.
It's great. Just sitting up and there's guys coming through this little, over this hill where there's just a field of palm trees. Just take a 50 and just gun those trees down.
That was pretty awesome.
They got no more trees.
Yeah.
It's great that anyone who's played Battlefield 1942 will understand the irritation when there's a sniper just sitting up in this house, and you're pummeling tank round after tank round at this house, but it defiantly will not break.
Yeah, you don't have that kind of luxury now.
In 1942, they knew how to build shit, but apparently in 1943, everything falls apart.
Yeah, let's just that extra 6 months worth of World War II, and then everything started just fall apart. They're like, I can't hold it together anymore.
It's great to be able to that guy's in that building. Everything breaks except for the solid beach bunkers. I haven't seen those break yet, but any house, small shack, even the watchtowers, they'll break. Forests, you just pummel them over.
It's pretty wicked.